Welcome to my channel The State Report. Like, share, subscribe, show your love in comments. Can I keep it interesting? This week has been a whirlwind of news in America, with some stories dominating the headlines and others flying under the radar. But that's exactly why we're here, to make sense of it all and give you a comprehensive rundown of the most important news stories that you need to know. Politics has been at the forefront of everyone's minds, with controversies surrounding the recent election results and the ongoing investigations into election fraud. It's been a real challenge for Americans to stay informed, with so much misinformation circulating online, and that's exactly why we're going to dive into the most pressing news stories and separate fact from fiction. The COVID-19 pandemic has also been a significant concern, with new variants emerging and vaccination rates plateauing. There's been a lot of heated debate surrounding mask mandates, vaccine passports, and the role of government in controlling the spread of the virus. Meanwhile, the economy has been experiencing a bit of a roller coaster ride, with inflation rates soaring and job markets fluctuating. It's been difficult for Americans to make sense of what's happening with their hard-earned money, and we're going to explore the key factors driving these changes. And finally, there's been a growing concern about climate change, with new research highlighting the devastating impact of human activity on the environment. It's been a wake-up call for many, with some calling for immediate action to reduce carbon emissions and others skeptical of the science behind it. Let's start with the first major news story of the week, which revolves around the ongoing protests in major cities across America. The movement, which started as a response to racial injustice, has evolved into a full-blown call for systemic reform. We're going to explore the key demands of the protesters, the government's response, and what this means for the future of American politics. The next story that's been making waves is the recent surge in COVID-19 cases, particularly among the unvaccinated population. We're going to delve into the science behind the new variants, the role of vaccines in controlling the pandemic, and what this means for the return to normal life. In another significant development, the Federal Reserve has announced a major overhaul of its monetary policy, citing concerns about inflation and economic instability. We're going to break down what this means for your wallet, the impact on the job market, and what you can expect in the coming months. And finally, the IPCC has released a landmark report on climate change, highlighting the devastating impact of human activity on the environment. We're going to explore the key findings, the implications for global politics, and what this means for the future of our planet. But among all these major news stories, one stands out as the most impactful: the recent protests and the call for systemic reform. This movement has brought attention to long-standing issues of racial injustice, police brutality, and inequality, and it's been a real game-changer for American politics. We're going to explore the implications of this movement and what it means for the future of America. That's it for today's roundup of America's biggest news stories. I hope you found it informative and engaging. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below and check out our previous videos for more in-depth analysis and discussion.